A group of people were playing an intense game of hide-and-seek. If you got caught, you'd be mercilessly shot at, and if you tried to escape mid-game, you'd be knocked down by lasers. As soon as the man peeked out, the masked hunter turned toward them, but he didn't notice the two, and then he walked away. The man immediately shouted to the other players, reporting the masked hunter's position and urging everyone to do the same. Sure enough, the other players responded, reporting the direction the masked hunter was moving. An older lady was walking too slowly. Just as a girl was about to warn her, the masked hunter arrived and gunned the woman down in the next moment. But the girl, thanks to her agility, grabbed a water pipe and climbed upstairs. At this point, only 8 minutes remained until the end of the game. The players had to find a safe room within the time limit to win, otherwise, the entire building would explode. At a corner, a blonde man stopped and pulled out a small knife, planning to ambush the approaching masked hunter. But a burly man calmly said the hunter was strong, and one person alone couldn't take him down. If they cooperated, they'd have a better chance. He handed the fire extinguisher to the blonde man. At that moment, the agile girl joined them. They agreed. These three would ambush the hunter, while the other two continued searching for the safe room. The girl jumped off the side of the building to search rooms below, while the man started searching from the rooftop. The three set up an ambush at a staircase corner, waiting to attack when the hunter reloaded. Soon the masked hunter appeared. The skinny man shouted to draw his attention. The masked hunter slowly approached the skinny man. The burly man seized the opportunity to attack, but when the hunter raised his gun, the burly man froze. The masked hunter pulled the trigger and killed the skinny man. The burly man had betrayed his teammate. As the hunter reloaded, the blonde man sprayed him with the fire extinguisher, while the burly man tackled him. The three of them got into a violent struggle, but neither the burly man nor the blonde man could overpower the masked hunter. Meanwhile, the man had searched dozens of rooms, and time was running out. Suddenly, he returned to the doorway where the hunter had been shooting. There had been a long shootout there. But why waste so many bullets if the room wasn't important? There was only one answer. The safe room must be in that room. At that moment, a man in white appeared. He'd been observing from above and confirmed this was the safe room. Now only 3 minutes remained. The two didn't hesitate and rushed into the room, but suddenly another shadow appeared behind them. Another masked hunter. The hunter fired into the room. The man in white ducked behind the door. The man escaped inside the room. The doorknob was being pulled continuously. It looked like this was indeed the exit point. But there were two switches on the wall that had to be pressed simultaneously for the game to end. The man shouted out the window, "Room 406 is the safe room, need backup." Meanwhile, the burly man and the blonde man fought and defeated the masked hunter and began rushing toward the safe room. But the door to room 406 had been shot through and was broken open by the hunter. The man slammed his head into the enemy and pinned him against the wall. The man in white tried to help, but was forced back by gunfire. Only 30 seconds remained. If they failed, everyone would be doomed. At that moment, the girl climbed up the outside wall of the building and jumped in through the window. She rolled to avoid incoming bullets. The man in white threw an electric baton to the girl. She caught it in midair and used it to shock and incapacitate the masked hunter. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2. The two pressed the switches simultaneously. Game cleared.